was testing out what was going on. That was James Reese playing, I forget, Europe or something like that in 1914.
Dysfunctional Duo and Jimmy James A to Z. This is the extra part, but I'm throwing it in. In the beginning, please listen up. Eric and Diane. On the Dysfunctional Duo podcast, please go check what I was talking about at the end of this podcast. If you're on Anchor, you could skip right to the end where it should say 110 more things. It's about how to podcast with guest and me rambling on to insanity. And be sure to go check Dysfunctional Duo out and their episodes. Holiday weekend. And thank you for sneaking me in. So let's begin where I left off. Go check out these guys ASAP. Trying to get a point across. Anyway, hope you enjoy. And for everybody else, stay tuned for the first ever Guess Who edition by yours truly, the greatest of all time. Soon to have a Nobel Peace Prize award, or something spectacular, or maybe just a free cup of coffee at my local store. That would be sufficient to all the rest. Well, go enjoy yourself and try to wonder about all the secrets of the universe, because you guys are my universe, and I am throwing the love out to you guys. So without further ado, usually I add a 102 more things after I say that. But let's get on with the show, shall we? Just one more other thing though. Just joking, let's go on with the Jimmy James Show A to Z. Or, like the text to the voice speech thing would say, _Z. Holy hell. Fuck me. ADHD. And a bottle of whiskey. See, this shit lives inside of me. I tried to get off and then I straight up just go off. How do I stop? And just S.T. F. U. So we can get on with our daily routine of walking around like a bunch of zombies in an apocalyptic, optimistic, we can fight this type of spirit. We're going to win this type of movie. That reminds me, Guess Who first edition coming up. So nut up and shut up and get your brains wired tight. Because I figured out the secret to life, and also going a little insane tonight. Lesson number 1. Start by telling yourself that you give a shit. So that's it. On with the skit. Like always, take care of yourselves, and look in the mirror. And I want you to say, I'm not as good looking as you were yesterday. Matter of fact, you're more beautiful than any other day before today. And a splash of wisdom. Just for listening to my podcast MASH. Anyway, peace out.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Hey guys, what's up? This is a little preview of me and somebody I met or seen a couple times. We just shot the shit, and I just don't want no judgment here. Judgment-free zone. You're in a safe zone. And then after, I had like 2 recordings I was doing, and I heard like these EVPs, and I talked about them, and I threw 2 of them on there. I don't know. No big deal. I'll get into the rest later. I'm not even on my mic or anything yet, so enjoy this little 14 minutes of me and this dude, Mr. West, shoot the shit. Like I said, no judgment here. Everybody has their shit to deal with. So for now, stick around, and here we go.
I had you. It was funny because, like I said, it hit. So you're we're recording now. So you're West. I'm Jim. We were just talking. Met you out. I met you a while. I've seen you many times. So tell me about that, because I was getting the P-Way. You were getting 400.
I was getting 400 a week, 5 times. And each time I got 400, I gave a homeless guy $100.
You just gave him $100.
Yep.
What did he get food stamps or anything?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Never.
I just gave it to him. I said, "Well, you do what's your business. I don't care. Here you go. Happy holidays."
This was around here. Because I only, like I said, I know a couple guys. You know who I'm talking about? Like there's a white guy and there's a lady. You know who they are?
I know.
Nice guys. They clean up the area.
I know.
Because I said something to them. I was like, you guys can hang out here all day. I don't give a shit. I was like, the cops might, but if it's going to be a mess, they're going to say something. Next day I come up, all clean. And I said, damn. You know, but.
I know. I was paying down here.
So you gave this guy $100. Have you see him anymore?
Nah.
Nah, that's it. The drug.
I don't care. What he do is his business.
It's his bit, right? Just
I
like
don't care. I get it from the heart.
No, that's exactly right.
I
hear
don't
that.
need to get nothing back.
That is exactly what I'm talking
If I got it, I'll give it.
Exactly.
That's
Thank
how
you.
I am.
Thank you. Just that's what this world should be. It should be like that. You know, not to the point where you're given something where you can't do without. But if I have an extra shirt on, like that kind of saying, I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Me out, that's somebody else.
There you go. You believe in karma?
Yup.
Yeah. I didn't believe in that until I got older. And you're I keep thinking
60.
40, 60. I keep thinking 47.
That's why I don't do people wrong. I believe in karma.
Karma, yeah, man.
It'll come back to you.
Well, we're all. See, a lot of people forget this, and we were talking about what that guy said to you earlier. That dude's your brother. He's your family. We're all connected through this space and shit, particles and matter. I study astronomy, so you know what happens after you die. I don't believe in heaven and hell. There ain't no God up there throwing lightning bolts, and I don't think
I
anybody.
believe in heaven and hell.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think that anybody who believes in it, I'm not knocking that. Hey, that's your thing, you know? But I don't believe in, I mean, I'm sure you don't believe there's some white guy with a white beard or black guy with a white, like a throw a lightning bolt at you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
I don't care what color he was.
Yeah. Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
The only God for the cross and died for our sins.
See, I was talking about, this is just on my show, man. I was just talking about Jesus Christ. I said, I wasn't there. I didn't see this guy. I'm not saying it's made up. But if this is what they say he was like, this is how we should be. He died for our sins, or to show us, hey, life could be a better way. This is how, you know, we should
I knew I couldn't get on that cross and do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, me and Wes here, I'm Jim, this is Wes. We're sitting at, you guys know me, I'm Jimmy James, doing the Jimmy James A to Z show. Appreciate the love from everybody out there. Hope everybody's having good holidays. Wes is here. We were just sitting around. He was smoking a cigar, having a cup of coffee, just shooting the shit, talking about life and what the hell there is to it.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
Ain't changed. I appreciate it.
Nothing wrong with
Oh, thank you. God bless.
This guy's a good guy, man.
All
right. You know, so I lived in Wildwood real quick, and Wildwood we used to call it the armpit of the United States, you know, because it's right there. You ever been to Wildwood? So this last part here, like under the blue
I used to
wall.
live in Margate.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
I was taking care of this old lady, her family, white people. Asked me where I go to Margate and take care of their family. They paid me $200 a week.
How much?
$200 a week.
Just to take care of it. Wait, how long? This was long ago? This had to be long
This
ago.
is a long time ago.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was gonna say that's not too much, unless you're not doing that much work.
This is like maybe 30 years ago.
I'm gonna have to sit there. I have one left out of that.
Take
that. No. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, keep going,
And
man.
I knew her.
I'm just gonna put my phone down here so I
And
get
she was a real nice lady.
just. I don't know, break.
And I told her I would do it.
Yeah.
She said, please take care of my mother.
Oh, she was older. Or she was sick?
Her grandmother was sick. Her mother was sick.
Oh, okay. So you were taking care of the older lady.
Right.
Okay. So what happened? Oh, jeez. So what happened?
She died.
Oh, yeah. But you took care of her and...
Yeah, but she was already dying.
Oh, but you were making her feel comfortable.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. And James, I appreciate it.
I gotta get that down. Salaikum salam. Also, I always mess it up.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam alaikum is like, it's hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night, buddy. Yeah, so you were taking care of this is a while ago, you said.
30 years ago.
I was gonna say maybe your 90s. Like, actually have a cigarette so it stays lit. After this, another. So tell me, you were Margate. Now I didn't really know Margate. Wildwood, there was a lot of people underneath the Wildwood Boardwalk. They got a song under the boardwalk, but that's not what I mean. I mean those people out there that would come down in the summer to, they would my grandfather would say, I got the word from him, panhandle? Is that it? Am I saying that? Yeah, panhandle, right? So you're out here, you got to do your thing, ask for change, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm thinking, I don't even give you a buck, not some quarters, but I don't even, I'm broke my ass, I'm broke. I got food card. And they would be down there all the time, asking for money. They would see me every time.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, no, man, be honest.
Because I think you're a nice guy.
Thank
I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
I pay him the money to get drugs.
Shit, man.
I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't have, yeah, man. I do what my father and my father's work.
I'm being honest with you.
Go ahead, yeah, man. Be honest, man. It ain't something.
Because one guy said you doing drugs. I said, yeah, give me $20.
Oh, he said it to you.
He said, thanks for your honesty.
Okay, what kind of drugs though?
Crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine. Okay,
he told me. He said, thanks for your honesty.
Okay.
When people ask me what you got money for, I'll tell them for drugs. I don't lie to them.
But when you were out,
but sometimes I buy food.
Well, you gotta eat. I don't give a shit what you're doing. You gotta eat. Eventually, some people they do that. I have to take Adderall. I didn't start taking that shit until I was in my 37. I'm 39. I was supposed to take it when I was a kid, and I hated it at first. But it helps up here with me focusing, talking to you. If I didn't take it, I would have came in, walked right. Hey, you got changed? Man, good luck. Like another guy who would just pass, So, this is the one thing I always wanted to know. I used to go take the bus to see my girl. Guys like you would be down there, like they would do what they would do, and they would hold the door open. I would come out. They knew I was going to give them at least $1 if I had it, and they got used to seeing me. So every time, yo, what up? Got to know them by name. They knew I was going to give them 50 cents or $1 at least.
Take care, sir.
Yeah, and so, the same thing in Wildwood. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that I knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? I knew what they were doing, but I never asked them, if I gave you, I think, $1 or whatever I had in change.
$1.25.
Or whatever, I don't even know. So I just gave it to him. You have to save that shit up, right? To get it. Right? So you could be out here from day to night. If you get how many people do you think that gives you $1? How much do you make in an hour or a day? I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
I'm at making about $20 an hour.
Okay. That's not bad, actually. Shit, I'm going to join you.
No, I'm making about $20 an hour.
So let's say you make $20 an hour. We'll round it off for the day. How many hours are you out here?
3.
So not just here though. You're different places. You can't just sit there. All right,
about 3 hours.
3 hours. Right. Okay.
I make about $60 a day.
So 3 hours in the whole day, you make about 60. I know my pops he did some shit. This is actually a couple weeks ago. This is shit I'll strike off that, but oh, I thought you seen somebody. So anyway, how much is this shit? How much is it? I never asked my how much is it to get it? I never done anything.
$10.
So $10, and it's quick high, and then it's
So I'll put it down.
So is there anything that will help you get off of it, like Suboxone?
I was off for 3 years. So I went back.
Is your life been better when you were off it, or better when you're on it?
Better when I'm on it.
Better when you're on it. Okay.
I like it.
Why don't you try? Can you go to the doctors?
I don't want to get off of it.
No. For something else, I'm about to ask you that would benefit you. You go. Do you have a? How they give you food stamps? You get?
Yeah.
Do you get the Medicaid, Medicare, whatever the hell that is?
Nah.
Well, if you can get that, you go to the doctor to give you that.
How you doing, miss?
Good, how are you?
Ain't change, I appreciate it.
Okay, so once you get the medical stuff done, you go to a doctor, you tell them, be honest with them, be like you're with me, and be like, listen, I don't want to go back to this, but I can't focus, it's the only way I get energy. You're 67 years old.
So what they gonna give me?
Probably give you Addies.
I don't want them.
But it's not gonna go help you. No. You could turn around and say, sell that shit. Yeah, you don't have to be Addies though. It could be, tell them your situation. If you could go to the doctor, sell it. I'm not saying to sell it to do what we're talking about. I'm saying, it help you out during your day, cigarettes, shit like the shit you don't have to spend those extra hours being out here doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about. What you do is your business. I believe in that. I would never want to see anybody hurt themselves. But I've been through this with my father. Crack, heroin, and then the fentanyl shit. Because heroin, fentanyl. My best friend. I don't even talk to him no more. He's unreachable. Like he is unhelpable. Fentanyl, and I don't know what he's doing now. I have no idea. I just know he's living in the barn. Somebody seen him, and they said that he had he looked disgusting. Disgusting. Like somebody, you wouldn't say, hey, you got a couple dollars of change? You won't go near him. That's how bad he is. You been in the city?
Yeah.
Down in the city? They sleep on. You seen those guys, right?
Yeah.
I was telling you, I was taking the bus. I had to take the train like 3 in the morning. I've never been bothered once. Not once in my life. It's all about what you give out.
How you doing, miss?
How are you?
Ain't change, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, actually, I'm gonna check my pocket one more time because we went a little long. I'm still recording, just not video, just audio. Is that everything we said? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. We did about 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
Good.
Yeah, it's good enough. Only one problem with this goddamn podcasting is once you start getting out there. Once you start getting out into the podcasting world, Facebook, right? Yeah. I'm not big social. You get blown up. People want to sell you something, or like all these women, how you doing? Oh, where are you from? And all that bullshit. And it's just like, look, that's not what I'm doing this for. I make a couple dollars to podcast. Seriously, they give you a couple dollars to advertise.
Okay.
Do you have a phone or anything?
No.
Okay, well, is there any way you can get to like any kind of computer?
Library.
Okay, well, if you go on the library, I want you to remember Anchor, like Anchor on the Water, Anchor.fm, right? You can download it for free. You tell your story. You can put an ad in there. You get paid. It's free money just to talk. Talk like an hour, and you get paid. After a month, you might make like $40, $50. You don't have to give anything. They just pay you. Just to throw their ad in there.
Okay.
So that's how I started, and I started because here you go.
Ain't change, miss?
Sorry.
All right, thank you.
So last thing, Wes. This is me and Wes. We're doing a podcast. I know this man. He's a very nice man. He's been through a lot. It's a cold winter day right before the new year. This is Jimmy James. This is Wes. Anything to say to the world? Anything about the world? There's a lot of countries, but anything you'd like to say?
I love y'all. Peace and take care of yourself.
Yeah, how about that? And that wasn't planned. Every time I do a podcast, I always say, and remember, take care of yourselves and one another. Right? Carmen, do you believe in it?
Mm-hmm.
He does, and so do I. All right, well, this is Jimmy James, and I'll fill you in with the rest later. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Much love.
All right, so I'm not doing this on Adobe on. I'm doing this right over Anchor because first of all, I feel like upload and all that shit. But the first EVP you can kind of hear. First you hear ready, and then you hear it again ready, like it was echoed. And this is not the first time I've done this, like EVP, and that's not what that was about. This was not supposed to be about EVPs or anything like that. But I just figured, like, show you guys, hey, I'm not completely fucking batshit crazy. Here you go. Some people interpret it any way they want. But anyway, the second one's harder to hear. You could just hear, did he, or I can't really make it out. And I've been doing this for years. I just want to give you guys a taste of what the fuck I was going through. Like I said, get a digital recorder and do this shit yourself. Alright, after this is the show.
It was a girl, or I think it was a little kid, and she had something in her hand. And she was running up, and he was telling the story, and he had his finger on his trigger, and he's thinking through his mind. Show. Time with Carlin or something. And he talks about
Jimmy James leaving a brand new. We'll be right back. The name exactly of the podcast. Here it is. Welcome. Let's talk with Alicia. Sorry, I'll probably edit that out or whatever, The name of the podcast is Welcome. Let's talk with Lisha. Lisha. I'll link it. Plus, like the functional duo, stuff like that. And, many more. I gotta listen. I heard Cody, Let's Talk with Cody just put out a new episode. I have to get around to that. The Daily Chat with Cody Lewis. Alright, so she says, "Hey Jimmy, first I want to thank you for the amazing feedback you have been giving me. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to my podcast. No problem. And I am glad that you are enjoying my podcast. And I would love to have you join me on Anchor and do a part 2 from your perspective of being loved by your grandparents versus your parents. And how did you overcome those scary, nervous situations with showing and expressing emotions? I would love to hear your story and your thoughts of it if you're comfortable with it. Again, thank you so much for your kind, amazing, powerful words and motivation you have given me." Okay. That right there, this is what I've been talking about for how long now? About helping one person. Before I even get into what I'm about to talk with Alicia is, I just wanted to go, hey, this is what I wanted to do. Shoot the shit. Go crazy with it a little bit. I do have some explicit shit that I say. Just remember a lot of it, when I'm joking and when I'm being sincere about something. I might be joking about religion, and then but that if you listen to me, that to each his own. So before I get on to anybody else, Lisha, let's talk with Lisha. First of all, her, I don't know if I mentioned this to her because I sent her a message. She, has wonderful artwork for her podcast, and I know it's not about that, but I like it. It has a nice big heart with Welcome, Let's Talk with Lisha. And she has the Anchor symbol on the top right corner. So if you could put it there, it's optional. She has one of the best that I've seen. This is not for you. They have a good one. I even like the Daily Chat with Cody Lewis. Like, I'm just looking at it because he just took a picture, look at a random picture, but it makes sense. It's like, I don't know. Some people might have I was thinking, this is how crazy I am. I'm thinking that his show would be cool with the Daily Chat with a mic and him kind of just, hovering over the mic with a thought, like that. And to give you an example, the writer's desk, and you see this, what do they call them? The guys that look like you on Facebook, Bitmojis or emojis, the characters, whatever the hell they're called. She's at the desk. There's a whole bunch of shit on the desk, and it's a cartoon, and it said the writer's desk, the soup can,
strong body, strong soul with a beautiful flower. And, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And then we got stuff like Dysfunctional Duo. My man Eric, man, I could tell he's a good podcaster. Like, you could hear it in his voice. He has that podcast in voice. Man, it's so hard to get on the goddamn Spotify. It's like, I already know what their shit looks like. The Dysfunctional Duo is just listening to it. Am I still on it? No, God, okay. Here it is. They got the Charlie Brown, or like that kind of cartoons, like the woman with her hands up and he's screaming, and it makes so much sense. It's so funny. I mean, I look at my shit, I'm like, me on the top corner, the Jimmy James Show, Life and Beyond. And the only thing I like about this picture on mine is that it's like a grave, whatever you call it, tombstone area. But then there's woods, and at the end of the woods, there's a light. Like, you can go out. So that's what's behind it. I hide a lot of secret shit behind the things that I do in my words and my rhymes. And if you get the meaning, you do. Can't remember who said this, but each meaning can mean different things for different people. Like, it might mean something to me, this photo, or something, just example one. And it might mean something totally different. But that's why I have the Jimmy James Show A to Z, Life and Beyond. I have a couple where I have life and ADHD. So to circle all the way back to welcome, let's talk with Alicia. I would love to do something. I'm going to do that tonight. I usually put out podcasts Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So I got Dysfunctional Duo, hopefully. I think we're going to be doing something. Maybe we could do some throwback stuff. I love the nostalgia part of that. I would love to go on with Alicia and get into that detailed, more serious topic of growing up without parents for about 10 years. The first 9 years I had my mom and dad, and then from then on till I was 18, obviously, when I was like 20, I had my grandparents. So I'll get into all that on her show. But yeah, that's it for now. I usually take a topic on Mondays, and I stay more serious on Mondays with the topic. So that's what I was just talking about on my last show. Topics are hard to come by and to stick with. And sorry that I'm all over the place sometimes. You guys know, man, my brain is broke. Here's another thing, last thing here, last 30 seconds or so. I want to mention I never done a Anchor podcast with 3 people. So I want to hear how that comes out. And if you guys ever do a podcast, make sure you have your mics on, because it's like night and day. I'll give you 2 great places you could record and upload is Adobe On and Audio Lab Pro. I use more Adobe On for stuff, and then I have other apps and side apps that I've gotten, like for noises. If you guys want noises, like noises that you don't have in your, in Anchor, I want you to type my instance or whatever. It's like my MYINSTANTS. I'll put everything, all these links, everything I've mentioned, I will put all the links in the description below. Alright guys, this is Jimmy James. Stay tuned for the rest of this. Hey, what's up guys? This bonus episode is coming out right now, but I have my first edition of Guess Who. Just like I've done Whose Line Is It, and I did all that. Well, an idea popped in my head, and I was like, this would be something where the people who listen at home or driving, you could do, okay? And I hope you enjoy it. The instructions are simple. You are going to get somebody's a famous person, a person who is known, somebody you will know. You might not know their name, or you might be surprised, wow, I never knew that person's name. Like, for instance, the first one I'm doing, I didn't know her name. I knew who she was. I don't want to give anything away, but you're going to feel like that too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little thing I threw together, but this is the first edition of Guess Who coming up next. So stay tuned, and like always, take care of yourselves. One another. This is Jimmy James saying peace out. Also, before I go, last thing, I want to say a big thank you to Eric and Diane. Not Chris and Diane, Eric and Diane. he was telling me, well, in our messages we had between each other, he was telling me, like, a couple things and ideas about getting together. I'm like thinking, yeah, like I've been getting a lot of that. And there's two people, well, obviously Eric and Diane would be one podcast, and then also I talked about this, you're the other with Lisha. That's another one. Welcome, let's talk with Lisha. So we have with Lisha something planned in January. I'm actually on my tablet. I'm going to get a podcast schedule for hosting, which I think Eric and Diane and Lisha, you guys should do that, or maybe you're just better with my ADHD. And I heard Eric said, I don't know how to do that. Well, to record. So we're already on Anchor. So Eric, this is for you, or whoever needs to know this. So you know how you just record on Anchor and you just start talking, okay? A lot of people use this, like I'm on Anchor right now. Well, you hit the record button and it'll say, like with friends, invite friends. It says it right there, so you can go up, and I don't know how many people you can have in the room at once, but just to give you a quick heads up, I've never done it with 3 people, but since you guys are right there, it should be like, having just like one guest. So it shouldn't be really that different than me having other guests. The only thing that I would like to do is Anchor doesn't have great quality output, so you could wash it. Wash might be my accent coming through. Philly, Jersey mutt. You could like run it through Dolby On. So get that app. That's where you can hear the difference from this to Dolby. I've done a couple shows where I could show you right off the bat, boom, it sounds like this, it sounds like that. So as podcasters, I'm telling you, how you sound right now is amazing. But you'll even sound better because you get to put it to what you'll boost up your vibe, like the boost your noise. The noise cancellation kicks in. All that is important. See, I can't do it on this right now. I would have to download this and then wash it is what I would call wash it. But you'd run it through, upload it, download it, whatever. Download it, upload it again. And it's a pain in the ass. I do 99% of my stuff on my phone. So, the easiest way to do a podcast with each other, and I figured we'll do something. Obviously, it's probably going to be January. Will be through Anchor, and then I can always on my end I could take the show, run it through Dolby, and then put it on my show, and you guys can do that on your end as well. You just upload it to Dolby On. That's like Dolby Visual. They actually have a podcast on Spotify, so it's probably on Anchor. If you guys want to swing by and check that out, you don't have to pay for anything. So there's Dolby On, free, and then you got Audio Lab Pro. That's another one that has a lot of shit. Like, I'm still learning a lot. So, for instance, for this next bonus I have coming out, like my first edition of Guess Who, I ran through Audio Lab Pro because it's text to speech. And last thing, I wanted to say to Eric and Diane, or mostly Eric because we were talking, I threw like a text to speech thing. It's called The Unknown Title, or Unknown Title. It's on YouTube, okay? So I heard your guys' episode. I only got like a little bit of ways through after the voice messages, which I thought, thank you for doing that, and that was a huge thing. I'm dropping your link in this show right now. I dropped almost everybody's link that I can get to. You know, I'll do more as I go. But I wanted to mention, when you said just type in the dysfunctional duo, there were so many. So if you could put a link in, Eric or Diane or whoever does the editing, put the links in so I could just click it, because I can't find it, and I'm in the middle of doing all this, and I really wanted to see you guys do the show. But I was looking for it. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many dysfunctional duos. Do they have it set right? For example, and this is the last couple seconds I want to end on this, I have 2 channels. I have the Jimmy James Show A to Z, and then I have my official channel was always the Official Unit X. Or yeah, it's the Official Unit Killer X, or Unit, that's my Xbox name. It's AKA Unit Killer X. It's always been like that. So I try to change it, and then I have the Jimmy James Show, which I have like 2 or 3 subscribers, and the other one I have like 300 and something. Okay, but I'm not really a YouTuber. Like, I put all different kinds of shit on YouTube. I mean, from video games to weird UFOs to just stupid shit. Like, one video I got over a couple 100,000 views on a Ghost Adventures mess up. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was so long ago. I was like 260 pounds. I looked disgusting in it. You know, I'm like back down to like 189, 190 pounds. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight. So when I look at that video, I'm like, first of all, that's like so long ago. I still get comments today about it just because it went, you know, in our little world, semi-viral. Because there wasn't a lot of Ghost Adventures mess-ups out there. And I did like 4 of them. And I got so much, mostly was positive, but I got so much backlash from the community. And I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, other than for Erica and Diane, I'm just asking you guys to drop the links in there, because I appreciate it so much. You saying what you said, and it's like, that's more than enough. You know, like, honestly, and I'm so sorry I got your name wrong. Like, you know, I already said that. Perfect saying. I am the same way. I'm terrible with names, but great with faces. And once I think somebody, like, I can just click to somebody, like, I was like, I could see me and this dude, Eric guy, he's pretty cool. I could see this working out. You have a great podcast and voice, so does your lovely wife, I believe. So you guys are perfect. You sound better. And I just wanted to mention that last thing. What I messaged Eric for was for the I couldn't think of the goddamn buttons on the coats. We used to collect them on our strings, because you guys did the episode of the 80s, the throwback Thursday. It was fucking awesome. And I was really just like, wow, because, you know, I was born in 82, same ages. You guys are saying 80s, 90s, the best. The tape deck, hit and play and record. Like, these kids don't know. Like, I just love it. I love not being alone in some of this crazy shit I think of. Alright, well, I ran a little longer than I wanted to, but there's so much, you know, maybe, let me know the link or put it in your description in your show. And also another shout out to Maria Humphreys. This is not for you. Strong Body, Strong Soul. That's Maria Humphreys. This is not for you. And obviously Dysfunctional Duo. And I like your artwork, by the way. It's just, that's perfect. You can take Dysfunctional Duo right off the bat and you already know just by the artwork. I'm big on that. I'm like a nut. I'm not an artist, but some of these guys' podcasts are just amazing. And then last but not least, I have so many podcasts that I'm doing here, was welcome. Let's Talk with Lisha. And also one more shout out, The Daily Chat with Cody Lewis. He just dropped this episode, so I want to go listen to that ASAP. I'm going to finish up Guess Who. And don't forget to go on Spotify. This is for everybody and the podcasters I'm mentioning. And for them also, you could rate their show. Okay, you just can't go, and you could go and follow it, and I always put the bell on the people I like. But, you could rate it, but you gotta listen first before you rate it. Now, there's a way through this. You could just, hit the little thing on the top and say, marked as played, and then you could rate it. But, if you're just doing that to be nice, great. That's awesome. And when they get enough ratings, you'll start to see. For instance, Bill Burr's episode, he's at 4.9. I mean, that sounds about right. I mean, I don't know. I'm up in the air with the ratings, honestly. So you got the poll, you got questions and ratings. I wanted to get all this in for all the podcasters out there, because you guys are good. You don't understand. When I first started, we didn't have any of this. And I'm like, shit, this is what I do. I've done this in video games. I'm a big World War Z player. If you go to Unit Killer X, it's UNITKILLER-X, just the X, okay? On my Twitch stream, that's all. You'll hear me flip out sometimes. Most times I'm calm. That's pretty much all I stream. That's the only game I really, really play where I stream it. And I'm not a YouTuber. I'm all over the place. Just like podcasting. But what I mean by be better is with the mics. You guys probably noticed the difference when you put the mics in. And you guys were recording, this is for Eric and Diane. You guys said you were recording on video. You guys sounded great. The Daily Chat with Cody Lewis, it looks like he has stepped up too. And I'm about to listen to his episode after I'm done Eric and Diane. And then I want to finish up mine. So, I don't know. I'm trying to throw everything down there. I have a list. So, don't forget. Get your list down. Pen and paper, kids. And a podcast calendar. Wow, I ran way long. I thought I figured do 2-3 minutes, but there was so much, love I wanted to give back out there that I'm talking about. People hit me up on messages and Messenger on Facebook. Thank you for everybody. If I haven't mentioned you, I'll get around. It's a lot. It's very I don't really have many words for it. That's very unusual for me, but I don't have the words for it. It's I don't know. After this next episode, though, I have something I want to add, and how I got this idea for Guess Who, and it's from one of you guys out there. All right, that's it. I'm a fucking nut job, and I'm getting out of here. So, like always, again, take care of yourselves and one another, and peace the fuck out. It is 3:13 a.m. in the morning, December 28th. I'm a nutcase. Peace.